for Rashford to actually go the right way and then still miss it. It's just such a bummer.
Yeah, but
What is going on, guys? It is JJ here, and we're going to keep this intro nice, short, and sweet. Today we're going to take a look at Gareth Southgate's reaction following the loss between Italy and England. I have a video tomorrow that'll obviously be more about England fans and the joyful part of England fans, not the aftermath of the contest between England and Italy. Obviously, getting to the game was probably amazing. Honestly, I had such a blast watching this football match. It was one of the best finals I feel like that I can say I could watch. Well, because if you compare it to the Portugal-France final, this was a wash. The France-Croatia final from the World Cup, France dominated. The Portugal-France one was just boring. France could not peel them open. Portugal lost Ronaldo. It was terrible. The Germany-Argentina final is the last one, I think, mentally, that I can compare it to. Just from the sheer sort of movie-esque style of it. You could literally make a movie off of just watching that final. And this was another one of those. An amazing, amazing contest, especially with England being home. And unfortunately, England came out on the backside of the penalties. We're going to take a look at Gareth Southgate's reaction and try to understand his mindset into it, because I think a lot of this falls, unfortunately, on Gareth Southgate. Especially now that we're day removed, thinking about it, just questioning, why did you do this? Why did you do that? I'm hoping the reporters hit it. So yeah, let's get into the video. As well, guys, you can find the original video just down in the description below.
How do you sum it up, and what have you said to the boys?
Well, in terms of the players, they've given everything they could have.
They really did give everything
tonight, but through the whole tournament, they should hold their heads high. They've, they're a team who have pulled together, have given the country some incredible evenings, but of course tonight, the devastation of getting so close and not being able to give our country the trophy that we wanted to is difficult to put into context. You can imagine how the dressing room is. So
it's probably sad, dude. I feel so bad.
Of course, is difficult to put into words at the moment. But yeah, in terms of the players, they've given absolutely everything, and I'm very proud of them.
John Cross, Mirror.
Hello, Gareth. Many commiserations. How do you console the players? Because obviously it takes such courage to take penalties, and then the feeling of desolation, I imagine, and desperation afterwards must be over.
It just sucks as well, because you put that much pressure on 19-year-old Bukayo Saka. Marcus Rashford and Sancho were ice cold coming into this. You gave them no time to run out, no time to even get a touch on the ball. You just brought them in to take these penalties. You didn't let Jack Grealish, Trippier, or Kane take one of those first 5 penalties. Wait, did Trippier take one? No, Trippier took the first one, didn't he? I lied. Just Grealish and Kane. And then for Rashford to actually go the right way and then still miss it, it's just such a bummer.
Yeah, but what they have to know is that, none of them are on their own. We win and lose as a team. And the penalty takers are my call. We've worked on them in training.
Bukayo Saka at number 5 was your call?
That's not down to the players. And
why not Harry Kane? It's your captain.
But we know they were the best takers that we had left on the pitch. We tried to get those players onto the pitch. We'd already had to take a couple off during the game itself. So. Yeah, of course, it's going to be heartbreaking for the boys.
I think this is going to be rough for him.
They're not to blame for that. That's my call as the coach.
Yeah, and he has to take that blame. But for example, Declan Rice leaving the pitch for Jordan Henderson.
How are the lads? I mean, Bukayo,
unreal.
In particular,
and Jordan Henderson went off anyway. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, but he's not on his own. He's.
But he's going to feel like he's on his own. You put him at number 5.
He's so popular with the whole group. He's had an incredible tournament, been an absolute star, and he's going to continue to be a star. He tonight as well in a final performed exceptionally well when he came into the game. So we've got to be there to support him. We've got to be there to help him, but I'm sure he will get a lot of love as well from outside, because what he's done already in this tournament and how he's established himself and the way he carries himself.
Alex Howell, BBC Sport.
Hi Gareth, just about the penalty takers. So do you decide on the night, and how difficult is it to get the players onto the pitch without...
I mean, the thing is though, I know England wanted to send it to penalties. Sancho and Rashford should have been on the pitch before this. They should have been brought on well before this.
We had two that
Italy brought on Belotti
earlier in the game.
Nearly immediately at the start of extra time. That should have been Sancho.
That's a process we've been through. We've tracked them, what they've done with their clubs over a long period of time, and then what they've shown in training as well. So that's the process that worked for us in Russia and in the Nations League, and tonight it hasn't quite worked.
Sammy Muckbell, Daily Mail.
Hi Gareth, commiserations. You obviously spoke to the players in a huddle after the game on the pitch. Could you just give us an insight into what was said, what you said, what players said as well?
At the moment, the players are understandably, really quiet. I mean, they've just had the Duke's been down to see them in the dressing room, and has rightly thanked them for what they've done and been fulsome in his praise. I just said to them that we could have no recriminations. We win and lose together. Nobody is
This is kind of just repetitive, I feel like, at this rate.
The calls for the penalties were mine. My decision to...
Okay, listen, reporters, you guys almost did your job correctly. Not almost did your job correctly. He's going to keep repeating the same thing because people are going to try to put the pressure on individuals when the individual that they're going to put the blame on is either Gareth Southgate or the team as a whole, not individually. It just... Guys, Gareth Southgate messed up. And I feel like he knows it as well. Like, you could tell from the moment he sort of brought on those penalty takers and Rashford missed that it was just downhill from there. The game as well, like, I mean, if you look at them sort of parking the bus that early, after the goal in the 3rd minute, it should have been a full-blown push everyone forward, get Walker up the field, get Shaw up the field, like push everyone forward. Or they should have said, okay, let's go to this, let's stick with this back 5 still. And then, well, I guess more so the back 3. And instead of Walker playing in that 3rd center back spot, let's bring Declan Rice out there. Let's send Kyle Walker out to the right wing back spot because he's A, better defender, and B, can cover more ground. And then you bring on the likes of a Jordan Henderson. I think the decision, A, to bring on Jordan Henderson, which this isn't me trying to slander him, I think it's just he wasn't ready for this type of game, when you should have probably played a Jude Bellingham, or you should have moved a Mount down and then brought on a Grealish. You essentially needed a midfielder with more versatility. Declan Rice was playing out of his skin. Calvin Phillips also played phenomenal. But I said it in my Italy-England video before the game. Italy struggles against teams with attacking mids that sit behind Jorginho. And Jack Grealish did that the entirety of extra time and was carving them to pieces. And you needed it throughout the game. After that first goal, it should have been immediate. That's the thought process. Like, start of the second half, literally bring on Grealish, take off one of the fullbacks, move Kyle Walker out there, drop either Rice or Phillips to that 3rd center back spot. Look, it would have made so much more sense. It's what Italy did when they went down. They moved Jorginho to a 3rd center back, and they pushed the fullbacks high up the field, and it was Jorginho in the middle of Chiellini and Bonucci, and it worked magnificently. Roberto Mancini got it all correct. And fair play to him. Also, apologies, my AC just turned on. But yeah, I think that's all we're gonna watch in the Gareth Southgate video, because I feel bad for him. Literally, I wanted to cry after watching the contest. Some thug tears. Wanted to cry some thug tears, because Bukayo Saka did not deserve that. I can't imagine that pressure as a 19-year-old. I couldn't imagine that pressure at 24 years old. And now imagine being 19 years old, having to take a penalty to send the nation just to the 6th spot, not even to win it for them, just to get through. Jordan Pickford as well, phenomenal. I think in this game, he should have been, in my opinion, the player of the tournament. I think he was, even for the goal that Italy scored, Pickford made a phenomenal save right before it. Unfortunately, he did rebound it right into Bonucci's feet. But I mean, what a tournament, guys. Euro 2020. When we look back, obviously it's going to be marred with the presence of England fans and the abuse and the fighting afterwards. But at the same time, one of the greatest tournaments, I think, from the story of Denmark, from the triumph of Italy, from the It's Coming Home brigade with England, from the fall of Belgium and France, and England beating Germany. Like, all of these are amazing, amazing instances. Scotland even making it. Like, this was an amazing tournament. And it's just unfortunate that it ended for England this way. We will have videos tomorrow on England fans actually enjoying the game or going through the game, because obviously my reaction, I feel like, is not enough from yesterday. If you guys haven't seen it, go take a look at it. It was at a pub full of England fans. I had a great time. But yeah, obviously England fans probably in Wembley probably also had a much better time than me. But also the story of Roberto Mancini and this Italian team, from Man City manager to this, phenomenal. But yeah, let me know what you guys think though down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.